Gambling is an act of betting for money or valuable material. Someone who gambles can be punished with imprisonment for some period of time. In status quo, many gambling players were found guilty and had violated the rules. But there are two problems we identify. First, if offenders know they will just get skill training, some might see of it as a benefit. This rewards illegal actions and encourage more gambling-related crimes. Second, some gambling offenders are related to an organized crime, whether it can be loan shark networks or money laundering. Serious criminals require real imprisonment to protect civilians of the danger they threaten. If we treat them with social service, it is the same as ignoring the danger they have. We oppose this motion because with imprisonment, it gave them the time to reflect on their wrong actions. While we agree social service and training are important, but our goal here is to keep punishing them by giving prison sentences for gambling offenders while improving the system. By that, my mechanism would be, first, imprisonment should remain the primary legal punishment for gambling offenders. Using this will make them realize that their actions are wrong and illegal and have consequences. Second, social service should be an add-on punishment, not a replacement for imprisonment. After finishing their prison term, gambling offenders must also serve in community programs to repay off their debt. Moving on my rebuttal, yes, we admit that social service and training are needed to help them, but if we remove imprisonment and replace it only with social service and training, this is the same as considering their actions as something trivial, that their actions are not something that needs to be punished. This will give them the mindset that their actions are not wrong and have no effects at all. Moreover, if they are involved with other criminal activities, such as loan shark networking or money laundering, it won't give them any deterrent effect. They will definitely repeat their actions because they were only given social service as punishment, which do not give any punishment at all. Even if the rehabilitation is going on over a long time, this is just like the wind coming in from the left ear out the right ear. What is given is only a life lesson rather than the consequences for their mistakes. My first argument here is imprisonment is better rather than only giving social services and training. First, even if their action is considered a non-violent crime, it doesn't mean that their action is non-harmful. A. Gambling causes serious economic and social harm. Families with gambling offenders can lose their savings and may fall into debt. Many cases were found that people resort to borrowing money from loan sharks. This can lead to other crimes such as theft, fraud, robbery, or domestic violence. B. Victims still exist. Yes, no one is physically attacked, but the families of gambling offenders are the victim of their actions. If offenders are treated too lightly, victims will feel that their justice is denied. Second, imprisonment creates fear and strengthens deterrence. A. Imprisonment is not just about physical confinement. It has several layers of psychological deterrence that social service training cannot replicate. The idea of being locked up from public for some time, restricted in movement and controlled, is frightening. This fear is strong enough to stop people from attempting to repeat their actions. B. Once someone has a criminal record, it is very hard to regain social acceptance. The fear of shame and humiliation acts as a strong deterrent, not just for the offenders, but for society. It sends a clear message that if you do this, you will get the same thing happen to you. This will keep the broader population from committing the same crime. Moving on to my second argument, imprisonment gave equal treatment under the law. First, imprisonment is a standardized and universal punishment. A. Imprisonment applies the same core consequence to every offender, the loss of freedom and the idea of being isolated from the public world, no matter of your wealth, education, and social status. B. Justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. If society sees gambling offenders simply receive training, many people will think criminals are being rewarded instead of punishment. It shows that imprisonment preserves public trust because no one can escape the same punishment. By that, we are so proud to be opposition.